What's going on, y'all? This is Randall Branch. Welcome back to the channel. We got an audio today, and I'm gonna be talking about why I've decided to stay natural for my entire life, right? So obviously, by me saying that, I feel like I need to sneeze. Maybe not. Okay. By me saying that, right, I'm definitely saying staying natural, and you guys are like, okay, well, no steroids. But I'm also talking about why. And I guess you could say that I might change my mind with this, but I really doubt I am, guys. I've also decided that I don't plan on taking testosterone when I get older too. And there's so many reasons for that, guys. So I'm gonna talk briefly about that in today's audio. And I really do think that this is a good topic, is a good video or a good audio for me to make, because it seems like nowadays, and I'll probably make another video about this, like peptides and testosterone and everything is just getting pushed towards young men specifically, but even women, like Anavar, definitely peptides, right? And I've made the decision a few years ago that I just want to stay natural for life, that I never want to dibble and dabble and stuff like that. And I want to explain to you guys why, because it might be interesting for you guys to hear. Now, we all have different fitness goals. We all have different things that we want to accomplish in fitness. And I think it's so important to know what you want to accomplish. Let me tell you what I want to accomplish. I want to be healthy, right? I want to look good, and I want to feel good. Those are the only three things that I look to accomplish with fitness. I want to be healthy. That means internal health, right? And we should all know by now that steroids usually, well, not even usually, unless their doctor prescribed for some specific reason, steroids, peptides, and all those injectable things aren't good for your health. They're not. They all come with health risks. Right, so that's gonna knock that off. And then I wanna feel good. You know, I do a lot of case studying with, or not case studying, but I do a lot of studying about like what's going on in like the peptide industry and the steroid industry, because I'll have people come to me who have taken stuff like this. And also, I'm not gonna lie, it does intrigue me a little bit, and not intrigue me in a way where I want to try it, but it just interests me. You know, everybody that I'm inspired by in fitness, damn near like 95% of them have taken drugs. You know, from old school bodybuilders to even like some modern day influencers. So it's just something that's super prevalent in the fitness community, the fitness industry, I should say. And I'll see like some horror stories about dudes on certain peptides or on certain steroids, certain cycles that they've taken. Right? They're usually not feeling the best. You know, some, they may feel better, but for the majority, people usually feel worse when they take steroids. Right? They'll be like, oh, well, I have more confidence and more this and more that, but then they're having night sweats, they're roid raging, right? They're losing hair, they're aging themselves, they're having all these side effects, right? So they're not feeling their best. So that's number two. I want to feel, and then I want to look good, right? And this is probably one of the most important. I mean, health and feeling good are important, but I really do, especially after losing the weight, have the mindset of wanting to look my best for the rest of my life. And you do not need steroids to look good, regardless of what people say. You can build an amazing physique without steroids. So those are my three goals with fitness, right? To feel good, to be healthy, and to look good. And I don't need steroids to achieve any of those things. And I'm pretty sure if you're listening to this audio, those are probably your goals too, right? You want to feel good, you want to look good, you want to be healthy. And there's a 99% chance that you probably won't need steroids either. Now, am I one of these guys who likes to take like a moral high ground with steroids and shit? No, because a good amount of people who do take it have to take it to reach a certain goal that they can't get to without it. Meaning they might be competing in untested federations, or they might want to achieve a physique that can't be achieved without pharmaceutical help. Like, there's other things at play. You know, there's also some people who might have like clinically low testosterone and might actually need TRT and things like that. But honestly, guys, I think that the majority of people don't need it, and that the majority of people should stay away from it. And I want to be somebody, I mean, you guys got to think about it, right? I'm 23. You know, you guys see what's going on with peptides and with steroids and how prevalent it is. In the next 30 years, let's say I'm 53, I'm 55, right? Once I get to my mid 50s and I've been on my diet, on my training, my sleep, my recovery, you know, my natural supplements and stuff, even though I don't think it necessarily makes me better staying natural versus somebody who taking gear or whatever, I do think it's cool, and it is, maybe I am contradicting myself, but I do kind of think it is a badge of honor to say, hey, I've built this physique naturally, no pharmaceutical help, and be in my 40s, 50s, and 60s and still be able to say that, right? Like, there's something to be said, even though I don't necessarily think that people who don't take steroids are better humans than people who do, right? I do believe that there's something to be said for somebody who's able to build their physique naturally versus not being able to build it naturally. Now, here's the thing about testosterone. And again, my mindset can change on this, but I doubt it will. I never plan on taking testosterone because, number one, I believe that when you actually live a healthy lifestyle, I mean, your testosterone is going to drop with age. I understand that. By the time I get to my 50s, 60s, and 70s, my testosterone won't be like what it is right now or in my 30s. But by getting sunlight, supplementing properly, eating properly, not living a stressful lifestyle, still working out, you know, staying on my regimen, I'm gonna be able to maximize my testosterone to the highest of its natural abilities in the 60s and 70s, right? And I also believe that there is a reason why your testosterone drops. I believe that if God wanted men to have the same amount of testosterone in their 60s and 70s than he does in their 20s and 30s, then he would have made it like that. Like we would be designed like that. I think there's a reason why the testosterone drops a little bit. You know, I want to stay natural. I want to be able to tell somebody that I've built my physique naturally with no handicaps. And again, I don't believe that makes me superior than others, but I do believe that there is something to be said about it. Alright, so that's why I'm deciding to stay natural. And I've doubled down on this in the last like 6-7 months, because I'm telling you guys, like, everywhere I go on social media, and I don't think my physique, I know I have a good physique, but I don't think my physique is crazy, but I even get some questions asking me right now if I'm natural or not. And it's something that I've really had to double down on in the last few months. Like, hey, like, I'm in this natural game for life. I'm never touching this shit. I'm never even gonna be trying to get on TRT when I get older. I'm gonna build this naturally. I'm gonna work with what God's given me, and I'm not gonna be such in my head about my physique to where I have an objectively good physique. And I'll probably make a video about this, but like, I'm not gonna be so much in my head about my physique where I have an objectively good physique, but because I'm so into my fitness and my training and my aesthetics, I think that I need to get on steroids to get an even better physique. You feel me? Like, I'm not even gonna get into that game. And that's another thing I could talk about briefly is, once you get into the peptides and steroids game, it's never gonna be enough. Like, you think you have body dysmorphia now or whatever, wait till you start hopping on shit. It's gonna be even worse. So this is why I'm deciding to stay natural. This video will be up on my channel for years, so if for some reason I did hop on TRT when I'm 60, y'all could come back 40 years and be frying me, but like, you said you was gonna stay natural. But I'm like 99.9% sure I won't even need TRT. I know for sure I'm not hopping on like no Tren or no growth hormone or whatever else, no peptide or retatrutide, none of that goofy shit, bro. But even testosterone, when I'm in my 60s and 70s, I'm saying is a no. I just want to be natural for life, and these are my reasons why. Get in the comments, let me know what you guys plan on doing. I mean, obviously, if you don't feel like sharing, you don't feel like sharing, but do you guys kind of feel like how I feel with, you know, my talking points and how prevalent things are with the peptides and the steroids, where you really have to make a decision what you're in it for? Because that's how I feel. So get in the comments, let me know what y'all got going on. If you guys do want my help building your physique, you want to join my coaching, you want any personalized plans, or you want to book a strategy call with me, check the links in the description. This is Randall Branch Media. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know if you guys are fucking with the audios. I got one more coming out today, and I'll see you guys later today. Peace.